With the rain falling, down south Paranormal descends upon Vacherie, Louisiana. Vacherie is a small town located about an hour west of historic New Orleans. Sugarcane fields still stretch out across the landscape as far as the eye can see. St. Joseph Plantation is a 1,000-acre plantation, originally built in 1830. The home itself is among several of the original buildings still present on the property. These include a blacksmith shop, a schoolhouse, and even the original slave cabins. As we approach the building, we are greeted by the present owner, a Miss Joan, as well as her daughter Dee Dee, both of which would join us later in an attempt to stir the spirits with familiar company. She immediately makes us feel welcome and gives us permission to film the walkthrough.
And what you're looking at in there is just some old tools, a lot of things that we found in the dirt and everything.
Oh, really?
Old hypodermics that they used to give the animals their injections, and this is some things they used in the sugar industry in the very early days. Old chains and old, these are actually from this. No, this would be a mule.
Oh, okay.
You see the difference between a mule and a horse?
Okay.
How much bigger?
Right, right.
The horses were just used for to move around the plantation, whether the overseer would be on horseback or if you're going, out in the fields or going down to another plantation or to pull, buddies or something.
Artifacts collected across the plantation are on display throughout the lower level of the building. Original photographs, tools, animal skins, and even a rendering of the Last Supper made solely from sugarcane adorn the walls. After just a short time on the lower level, the walkthrough would soon take a darker turn.
In this area right here, the last person who lived in the house died in this area.
Oh,
okay. Eddie Simon. Now, I'm not sure if he died in this room or in the other room, but definitely in this part of the house. He had hernia surgery and was dismissed from the hospital and came home and threw a blood clot.
Eddie would not be the only one to die associated with the house. There were more.
One family member, well, she didn't die in the house, she died in the hospital, but she got burned in the fire out in the backyard. She got burned in the fire out in the backyard. She got burned in the fire out in the backyard.
Miss Joan would continue.
And then the doctor who owned the house, we know that he died in the house. He would have been living on the upstairs though, because at that point, this whole bottom was open to the elements and only used for storage. So the original living quarters was upstairs.
With that said, we would continue the walkthrough upstairs. Almost immediately after entering the doctor's room, our equipment began giving off strange readings.
What's weird is I'm not picking up anything in the walls where you would think it would be.
the only place to be right here.
Medicine.
Coming back here.
This is a wall lamp. This isn't.
That's not electric.
There's nothing in this wall.
No, nothing at all. No.
Not downstairs neither, but a doctor did die in this house.
As the walkthrough continued, we would enter a hallway with two pianos against the walls. Although the pianos were not part of the original home and not reported to play, we were able to capture a strange photograph in the vicinity. We are in no way saying that this is 100% proof of a ghost residing at St. Joseph. We are just unable to explain how the strange shape appeared in only this photograph. As the tour continued, Miss Joan took us into a room affectionately called the Morning.
These are our family immortals. These are wreaths that we put on our family tombs for funerals or they need flowers. And the two are made of wire and beads, and the roses are all porcelain. This is a brooch or lace pin, which is made of human hair, someone who died. And then this is actually, it's hard to see, but this is fern at the top. It's all kinds of flowers. There's even a shamrock over here. Okay, all that is made of human hair.
As if this was not enough, Miss Joan would lead us into a narrow stairwell where we were informed that white bands appeared in several photographs taken there. We took several photographs in the direction of the white bands, but only one showed a unique anomaly. We, at Down South Paranormal, are always skeptical of orbs, but feel that they should still be presented, as it is our job to report anything out of the ordinary. When we left the main building, entering the backyard, we looked back at the house as night fell and snapped several pictures of the home, and yet another orb would appear. With the night settling in and the bugs out in force, we pressed on to the original slave cabins from the property. We would not stay long, though.
We found that shoe under the house. Some kid who lived in this house wore that shoe.
Night now fully upon us, we would then prepare to go dark and begin our investigation of St. Joseph Plantation. Randy and Bryant would set out in the main building with Miss Jones' daughter Dee Dee, as Kevin and Renee would begin investigating the external structures of the plantation. It would not take long for the spirits to make themselves known. As we prepared for only our second EVP session in Eddie's room, Dee Dee would inform us that the K2 meter on the chair was fluctuating just as we caught our first EVP.
And then when he turned the lights off, it was still just flickering a little higher.
Well, that's it.
Just flickering a little higher. Just flickering a little higher. Just flickering a little higher.
Completely unaware of the EVP we had just captured, we resumed our session.
Make something happen. EVP session 2. And if you're over here fooling with my life, I appreciate it. And I'd like to see if you'll do it again. Oh, okay. Now if that is you, go ahead and make it flick one more time. All you gotta do is touch it. It's okay, we're not here to hurt you. Really like for you to come touch this light. Thank you. So if that is you, please speak into this red light as loud as you can, loud and clear. Are you a male? Okay. If you're a male,
Capturing no more evidence in Eddie's room, Randy and Brian would pack up and head upstairs to the doctor's room. Meanwhile, across the plantation, Kevin and Renee were investigating the original slave cabins.
Okay, we are in the slave cabin. Is there anybody in here? Hello? Does anybody need our help?
Capturing no known evidence at the time, Kevin and Renee decided to set up a flashlight experiment in order to tempt the spirits.
If there's somebody here, can you turn one of those flashlights off for me, please? To let us know that you're here? Alright, this is the last chance we have. So if somebody's here and you want to let us know that you are, or if you need our help, make one of those flashlights go off for me, would you? Thank you. Can you turn it back on for me? Go ahead and turn that little one back on for me.
Kevin and Renee would eventually move on to the blacksmith shop, as well as the carpenter's house, but finding no evidence, they decided to open a spirit box session at the old schoolhouse. A spirit box is an AM/FM radio that continuously scans through the band. It is said that the white noise created will allow spirits to be heard.
Can you say hello? What is your name? Are you a boy or a girl? My name.
With Kevin and Renee still outside, Randy and Bryant had moved to the doctor's room, where they would find a familiar presence.
I just moved. Can you move? Tap on the wall? Stomp on the floor? Any kind of noise. Simple as do that. Do it.
I've been hearing like footsteps since we got in this room, so.
No, back here, I heard something.
Yeah, and I saw a light back there too. I'm not even looking in the camera because I'm looking
That's
at.
good. If somebody's here, let us know. I'm gonna sit on your bed. How about that?
During the EVP session, a strange click was heard in an adjacent room, but no one heard the EVP that was captured shortly after.
Any kind of noise. Simple as do that. Do it.
I've been hearing like footsteps since we got in this room, so.
No, back here, I heard something.
Yeah, and I saw a light back there too. I saw a light back there too. I saw a light back there too. I'm not even looking in the camera because I'm looking
That's
at.
good.
Before leaving the doctor's room, we would once again try to recreate the K2 meter spikes found earlier during the
I
walkthrough.
don't understand this. I don't understand why this was picking up readings earlier and not now. At all.
Lights are off, maybe?
Yeah, but remember it was here. It wasn't on the wall. It wasn't anywhere. It was just right here.
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
know this isn't electric. You know?
Yeah, it hasn't moved since we got in this room.
Period. When I turned it on, like 2 seconds later, it jumped all the way up to red and shot down just as fast. That's it.
I'm gonna say that's when you turned it on, but it hasn't even.
Probably so.
It
That's
hasn't
what I'm
even.
thinking.
Dude, it was flickering like crazy.
Yeah, earlier. I mean, it was.
It hasn't
was
moved.
Solid 2.5.
It hasn't moved
Not
unless
once.
someone touched it.
With the investigation coming to a close, our two teams would switch places, with Randy and Bryant heading outside to the slave cabins, while Kevin and Renee would investigate the main building. Randy and Bryant's trip to the slave cabins would be cut short, as shortly into EVP session number 1, the camera's battery was inexplicably drained.
It said 20 minutes, not.
Did I run Mr. Wall with this? No, I got a full battery here.
Yeah, just look. It said 25 minutes when it walked
Come on, use the energy. Do it again. Come on. Anything you gotta do.
Just as Randy and Bryant had, Kevin and Renee began feeling strange sensations inside the doctor's room.
If you look at my arm is like, it's got the chills. Renee says she's like hot, so
I'm very warm.
I don't know why I got the chills. But I'm getting the chills just standing here.
Before concluding the investigation, we would all come together, including Miss Joan and Dee Dee, for one last spirit box session inside Eddie's room.
Hello, is there anybody in here? What's your name? Eddie, can you make this flashlight go off for me? Is there anybody else in here? If there's somebody else in here, can you say your name?
St. Joseph Plantation has a rich family history, passing from generation to generation, with several family members having passed away within these walls.
The last person who lived in the house died in this area. She got burnt in a fire out in the backyard. And then the doctor who owned the house, we know that he died.
Some spirits still linger here, eager to communicate.
Make one of those flashlights go off for me, would you? Thank you.
While other spirits seem unable to move on and are seeking a way out.
Just flicker.
Yeah, and I saw a light back there too.
St. Joseph Plantation would provide more than enough evidence to prove that ghosts are still present on the property. We can't wait to go back.
It said 25 minutes when we walked in.
Use the energy. Do it again. Come on.
Yeah, that's Jimbo.
Oh, that's Jimbo, okay. We received this as a gift from someone.
Man, can't that
In
thing.
their family for quite a while. And these are are you sure it's a
Jumbo.
It's a Jimbo.
What is your names?
Bad grammar. What are your names? Or what is your name?
Sorry.
Kevin has bad grammar.
I will let the teacher talk.
Does anyone like math?
Did they have math back then?
I'm sure. What? I think they studied. Reading, I guess.
Hold on, we got to document that one. You leaned on something, man.
right when you're ready to
Entering the carpenter house. Can I speak with the carpenter?
Kevin is in desperate need of some wood.
I need some wood and I need to know how much it costs. Alright, we just saw an animal. Something.
Ghost animal.
Oh, look, there it is.
It's an armadillo. Is that an armadillo?
Is it? Yeah, it's an armadillo. It's a ghost armadillo. Woo!
How did you die?
Let's go see if it talks. Hey, man.
It's all you, Kevin, right now. Like he doesn't know what to do.
It's Arnie. That's his name. Alright.